Some people would say that was a routine 3-0 victory. You've just described to me it was quite a difficult game in the end, Scott. What were your thoughts on your 3-0 win over Chatham Town?
Yeah, really tough. Really tough. Full credit to Chatham. I thought they were very good in spells. The difference probably being that we were clinical when we took our chances and they probably weren't. They got in some really good areas and they were pretty wasteful. Which obviously, it bodes well for us when they're wasting chances. So I thought they put on a really good show today. I thought we dealt with it most of the time really well. Very physical game. A lot of contact, a lot of tackles, a lot of forward running. Really difficult surface, really dry, similar to ours when it's obviously you can't get water on it. So yeah, really tough game. We knew it would be. One of the things that I got told is that you have to match their physicality, and I thought they put in a really good showing today, if I'm honest. I don't think it's a 3-0 game. But I just said to the lads, it's a really professional performance to score 3 goals, to get a clean sheet, and to get through to the next round.
It sounds like a silly question as well, but did the kind of early-ish goal help that as well? Did it help make things a little bit easier?
Yeah, we could have been 1-0 down before we went 1-0 up. Kweku obviously missed a good chance as well before we scored our first, but yeah, it was helter-skelter. It was hustle and bustle. 2 teams maybe playing a little bit too long at times and maybe not getting the ball down and playing too much, but Liebert's a handful for them up front. Obviously we knew he would be as well. You've got Yilla one side. I thought the young lad for them was very good as well. Was it Sen Richardson or something like that? So I thought he was excellent. I think he's 17, 18, so he's obviously got a bright future. Yeah, really tough game. There's a lot of tired bodies in there that have put their bodies on the line today for the club, and I'm really proud of them. Every single person, management team, players, and obviously the supporters today. It's a really good showing from us in terms of being professional, and I think that's all you could have asked for at the beginning of the game.
And I guess the best way to soothe some pressure from the other side for quite a long period after the first goal winning is to score the second right before half-time. Was that a bit of a killer blow for you?
Yeah, I was going to say, Slavi's obviously shown some unbelievable quality for the second goal. He's dropped the shoulder one way, gone the other way. Really good pass selection. Gilb's had a shot, had another one, and then obviously the keeper I think's parried it. So that was a massive goal. Going in 1-0 at half time would have been completely different. They obviously got a bit of a rollicking at half time. They came out of real an intensity to their game, and they kept us locked in for probably 15-20 minutes. It was really tough. So yeah, it flatters us today. I'm always honest. I didn't think we were brilliant at half time. We let loose a little bit, if I'm honest, because we wanted to be better. But we're not going to have any complaints. It's one of them. It's about how you managed to get through the tie today, rather than how well you played. We'll play better this season and lose games. So yeah, overall, really pleased.
And have you been surprised at all by the quality of both Chichester and Chatham, who have both obviously come from the Isthmian Premier Division 1 league below, but they've been very competitive games against both opposition, haven't they?
Well, look at our game against Ebbsfleet last year. We went there and we put on a really good show. We brought them back to our place and wiped the floor with them for 90 minutes. We were superb that night. Could have been a lot more. So people do up their game. I'm not saying we're a huge scalp. We're obviously a club in the league above, and people want to beat you when they're in the league below. So I think people do raise their game. They've obviously had a couple of bad results here recently. And then I probably think that's maybe the best they've played in a few weeks. I'm gathering from some of the comments that I've heard. Listen, they can be really proud of their performance today. It wasn't a 3-0 game. There was fine margins. But yeah, Step 3 is a good league. We all know that. There's some really good players in both divisions. And you have to be on your A game to get a result. And thankfully, we've managed to do that.
We saw a third debut this afternoon for Francis Amati, who many people will be familiar with Slough. Can you just add a bit more to the situation, obviously, with him signing, and then we also let go a couple of players?
Yeah, of course. As well? I think I love John. John's been brilliant in terms of his application, his desire, what he's given us. Travelling quite a long way. The one thing that I looked at is where are the goals going to come from in wide areas. Gary, David, John. I was kind of wondering, is it going to be a case of getting enough goals from there? And the other thing you look at, David, Gary and John can also only play one position, whereas Franny can do that dual role of playing up top or playing wide, and we've basically got 2 players in one there. I think very highly of Franny. I wouldn't have brought him to the club otherwise, as does Yella. There's a player in there that I'm sure will do excellently well for us. I'm excited to have him into the group, but it's never personal when you let players go or you have a discussion about maybe moving on. It's tough, it's the hardest part of the job. I build relationships and friendships with these people. It's not me and them, it's an us, so I get to know them, they are my mates, which is tough obviously in the role that I play as player manager. So yeah, it's the worst part of the job, but I've got to make decisions that I think will be best for the football club, and sometimes I have to be what is deemed to be ruthless, which isn't nice, and it's not me, but I have to be it.
Just before I ask you about the reaction from the fans after at full time, because you were pretty happy with what you saw there. You mentioned it was a bit of a physical battle out there. I think Henry Ochieng was someone I noticed who took a few knocks out there. Is there a few more, or is everyone okay?
Yeah, my head's banging. So I think there was so many tackles today, and people put their bodies on the line, and that's what you have to do. You have to compete. We've got an honest bunch. Henry's Henry. I think he's been brilliant since he's come in, to be honest. It's a shame we couldn't have got him when Nashi left last year, because we were looking for that type of replacement. But yeah, obviously going and touching on the fans before you ask me, I'll probably answer it now. The end there was incredible, the noise that they're making, and I could see the Chatham supporters kind of looking at me whilst I'm singing and Yella singing, just enjoying the victory for 5 minutes. And it's almost like, wow, obviously the following you get, they're loud, a friendly bunch, boisterous at times. But yeah, we can't ask for more. I think they've enjoyed their day out here today at what's a really good football club. You only have to look around to see what a nice ground this is. It's a hell of a place. So yeah, no, it's a really good result for us.
And finally then, just before you probably make another comment, fourth round qualifying now, is there anyone in particular you would want at all, as of course the National League clubs come into this point, or you just
home tie?
Whoever happens.
A home tie would be really nice. We've had 5 out of our last 6 away. We've not had it easy. So it would be nice to get a home tie. That doesn't mean that we've got the right to win. But yeah, there's obviously teams that are going to come into the competition now, National League clubs. There's a few clubs in the lower divisions that are still in it. It's potluck. Anything can happen. I've seen some of the results today that you wouldn't have expected. So yeah, home tie would be nice. I'd be happy with that. It's a massive, massive game. If we can get through one more, I'll be so excited for the football club, for the supporters, the people above me. I just know how much it means to a non-league club, and it'd be great if we can do it, but it's going to be difficult. But we can obviously look forward to the draw now on Monday.
And definitely a home tie is what you're after then.
100%, yeah. Home tie would be great, Con. We obviously fancy ourselves at home, and it's tough going away anywhere. So it doesn't matter if you go to step 1, 2, 3 or 4. You know you're going to be up against it away from home. You have to obviously fight against the conditions which they're used to playing in. You have to fight against the away fans, the home fans. Yeah, and it's difficult. So if we can get at home and get a really good atmosphere, I'd fancy our chances against anyone.
Thanks, Scott, and congratulations on the win today.
Cheers, Connor. Thank you.